Has China got Japan's critical nuclear secrets? This story revolves around a lost mobile phone. No ordinary one. This phone belonged to an employee of Japan's nuclear regulator, Japan's Nuclear Regulation Authority, that was formed after the Fukushima disaster in 2011. So clearly, when that employee lost his phone, alarm bells rang out. The employee reportedly lost his phone containing highly sensitive information in China while on a personal trip in November. You can only imagine the panic and concern that followed. How worried should Japan be? Have critical secrets landed in Beijing's lap? What all did the phone contain, you wonder? The phone reportedly had the name and contact details of staff in charge of nuclear security. You can imagine how serious the matter is. How exactly did this even happen? The employee reportedly misplaced his phone after going through a security check at Shanghai airport and realized 3 days later. According to reports, he could not find the device despite reaching out to the airport authorities. Now, here's why this is all the more concerning. Look at the timing, the context. This comes against the backdrop of Japan approving the decision to revive its atomic energy program nearly 15 years after the Fukushima disaster that led to a total nuclear shutdown. What else is known at this point? Here's what's happened. Reportedly, the country's Personal Information Protection Commission was informed about the incident. According to reports, it issued a warning against carrying work phones abroad. So this development clearly has had far-reaching implications. A few NRA staff reportedly are required to carry disaster prevention smartphones in case of nuclear accidents or major earthquakes. As of now, this lost mobile phone and all the concern around the potential consequences is something that Japan cannot afford to take lightly. Shifting focus now to a growing global controversy around artificial intelligence, free speech and accountability. Yes, I am talking about Elon Musk's platform X and its AI tool Grok. Because what happens when AI stops being just a tool and could become a weapon? Over the past week itself, we've been telling you constantly about the global backlash that Grok AI has been receiving for allegedly allowing a way through which non-consensual sexualized deepfake videos are being produced of women and minors, of real people on the social media platform. Grok, the AI chatbot integrated into X, is being used to generate thousands of these images. According to Bloomberg, in fact, Grok is producing more than 6,000 nudified or sexually suggestive images every hour. Grok is producing thousands of undressed images per hour on X, allegedly. And experts are saying that the scale is nothing like anything they have ever seen before. Unlike other major AI systems, Grok places far fewer limits on image manipulation. Victims say reporting the images led nowhere. Some say the content stayed online. Others say Grok apologized but continued generating new images anyway, they say. And now regulators around the world are stepping in. The European Commission says it is examining whether Grok violates EU digital safety laws. Britain's media regulator Ofcom has demanded urgent answers from X and XAI. France has expanded an investigation into whether the platform enabled the spread of illegal imagery. Malaysia has launched its own investigation. And India, among one of the first to flag the issue, has ordered X to remove sexualized AI content and demanded what actions X is taking in that direction. Critics argue Grok's so-called spicy mode prioritizes engagement over safeguards. AI policy experts pointing out that rival systems, say from OpenAI, Google, block exactly this kind of content. And what does the X owner, Elon Musk, have to say about all of this? For his part, reportedly, he has defended Grok as more open and irreverent. He has put the onus on the users of the platform, in fact. He says users who generate illegal content should be punished, but not the platform itself, it seems. Plausible deniability. What else would you expect from a Silicon Valley billionaire, perhaps? But as we move towards a world increasingly shaped by AI and technology, legal experts are saying this is not a platform simply hosting content. This is artificial intelligence creating it. So when an AI platform or tool generates an image and amplifies it to millions instantly, can a platform still claim to be neutral? When content causes real-world harm, can the human owners of these platforms really claim they have nothing to do with all of it? They certainly don't step aside when the same platform gets them real profits, real cash, real power. So if credit flows upward, why does responsibility stop there? Because even as Grok faces global backlash, Musk's AI startup xAI has raised $20 billion in fresh funding, backed by major investors and NVIDIA. xAI saying it is building the world's largest AI supercomputer. That Grok now reaches 600 million monthly users, and that newer, more powerful versions are already being trained. So here's the uncomfortable reality that we all need to face. Is the AI race moving faster than the rules and laws made by humans meant to contain it? Because for the victims, for those impacted by all of this, the consequences are very real and immediate. Images altered without their consent doing the rounds, careers put at risk, personal lives impacted in such a manner. Also the lifelong trauma. Why should anyone have to go through this? The onus is on the governments. In the US, new laws like the US Take It Down Act, platforms will soon be required to remove this content or face liability. But enforcement is months away. For the governments across the rest of the world, situated far away from Silicon Valley, the challenge is even greater. The technology is being built and deployed thousands of miles away, but the consequences are landing right at home. And that is the gap that they urgently need to address. Donald Trump, meanwhile, out to make peace again. No troops and airstrikes are on the anvil. This time, a luxury ski resort is being touted as a way to patch up things between Israel and Syria. The two countries share a fractured relationship. Israel controls Golan Heights, which it captured from Syria in 1967, while the UN created a 400 square kilometer area of separation between Golan Heights and Syria. After the war in 1973, Israeli forces entered into the demilitarized zone in 2024 after the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime. And now Trump is proposing a ski resort as part of an economic zone in the demilitarized zone occupied by the Israeli forces. It will be jointly backed by Israel and Syria. The ski resort could be situated in Mount Hermon, which towers over southern Syria. It is believed that Israel not only has installed formidable surveillance capability, but also trains its troops there. And as per reports, oil pipelines, data centers, pharmaceutical plants and other commercial projects are also in the pipeline. Most importantly, the plan moots that the resort will be mostly run by members of the Druze community whom Israel wants to protect. It's likely to be operational after Israeli forces vacate the demilitarized zone, which has been a key demand of the Syrian president, Ahmad al-Shara. And while the plan is yet to be officially confirmed by Israel and Syria, both countries held talks in Paris recently, and they have reached an agreement to facilitate intelligence sharing, military de-escalation, and commercial ventures between them. Incidentally, the ski resort is not the first grand idea floated by the US president. Just a few months ago, the US proposed an area entailing a port city bordered by AI-powered high-tech megacities. It also involved the forced displacement, reportedly, of Gaza's entire population. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.